Hello, it is Howard. Nice to meet you. And let me introduce my system, moneyflow007 in English version. Hope you can understand it well. First of all, you need to download two files, which is in our website on the left top corner. You click it, and after that, you can see we have a download zone here. So you click it, you can see the page. You need to download two files. One is one is here. We call it lesson one. We have 6 lessons. Let me introduce you the lesson one first, and after that you download uh, the file. We call it the way to win. So after you download it, we can you can open it and follow it. Okay, let's go. First of all, let me introduce you the lesson one. For us, the main the most important data is money flow, which is by our statistic, by our calculation. We have a standard. So for each and every single race, we have the hot favor. So for the hot favor, the odds below 4, we have some statistic from coming from the last racing season. If only count from the HKJC for the odds below 4, the winning rate and the rate to getting a place is 22.8 and 33. But once we, we have the instant data compare with the higher the money for value, for example, over 120, we find it the winning rate is higher than normal. Also, even the place chance. So, on the other hand, the lower the money for value, we find it the winning rate is less than normal, 22, which is 5.4 and just 18 something. So you need to know that the lower the money for value doesn't mean it cannot win, but uh, we can say the lower chance. Uh, just give you an example. For example, we are in the casino, we betting big or small. When we can see one die which is 6, that means we have a higher chance to get a big. But when see one die which is 3 or 4, it is meaningless to us. So this game for us is to hold the chance when we find something which is have a good data. So let's have some example. Let's go. Go to the file PDF, the way to win. That means another PDF file. So you can skip all the Chinese explanation. You can see the interface. Actually, the interface, the Chinese and horse name, jockey, and the trainer is meaningless because we just see the number. But if you really want to use it, maybe I tell the programmer to make a English version if you really need it. Okay, let's go. Uh, First of all, you need to know we have a cutoff. What's the meaning of cutoff? That is when the race before start around 17 minutes before, we will cut off the divide it into two portion. The reason why is this betting pool size mainly are the common player. But for the last maybe 15 minutes or even the 3 minutes, the punter, they will never and they will not show up in the first half. That means before the game start around 15, 17 minutes, because once they bet too early, everyone will know it. So they will hide and just wait for the last minute to bet. But our system can sense and will analyze it instantly. So let's go for how to use it. So you know there is not two chart because we divide the betting pool size into two parts. So mainly we will watching this part in the system. For example, you can see here is the data center, the data history. You just pick maybe May. You can see every race we have the two chart, and this chart is very important, especially the last few minutes. So you need to know what is the number meaning and how the distribution, how to use it in this graph. After all, the rest not for you in this moment, not so important. Okay, let's go. It's the odds from HKJC and it's the betting with a bigger size will show up here, but I advise you don't focus on it because it's a lot of betting. So uh, no time and meaningless to watch this part. For our system, one of the powerful function is can sense and notice the with a high odds with the abnormal distribution. So you will know what is abnormal. So let me introduce what is normal. The higher the odds usually should be, the less people, the punter, to bet it normally. So the higher the odds actually for the punter should have a larger betting size. So it should be like this. The higher the odds, the lower the betting size for the punter. We call it normal. So using our system, we are seeking for the abnormal behavior, like this number 8, the odds is 10, but after our system calculation for the odds in different betting size, in different betting pool, for example, win place, Qualina place, uh, and even I show you the betting here, the win place, Qualina, and even the trial first four. This one we group all the betting distribution, and after calculation we make it a value which is called the money flow. So we will find that very interesting. These four horses have a similar odds, but uh, number 8, the money flow value is greater than 1, 2, and 12. So for me, I will bet this horse, or at least I will put into my one of my option at least. So it's the value of using our money flow. So you can see many example, but of course not 100% accurate, but for the value, for example, the ox is 11. So you see the money flow value is much better than 1832. So we is one of the example we always bet this kind of uh, distribution, this kind of bar. So you can see and this one is another good example. A very high odds number 8. You see the height of the bar the length of the bar of number 8 is longer than 3, 7, and 11. So that means when you see the betting size in other pool, for example, the Colina pace is abnormal. So our system is detected, and you can make use of it and bet number 8. After that, you can see page is all the example. You can see and understand. Another example is we call, as I mentioned, the bar, the longer the bar should be the hot favor, but when it doesn't happen, we call it a uh, unstable hot favor. That means the winning chance is lower. It is the chart, you see, in the racing season 2017. You can see it's a very useful chart. The money for value with the odds under 4. You see, the higher the money for value, the higher the winning chance. Of course, sometimes over is not too good. So mainly for me, I like around this 110 to 130. So you can bear it in mind. For example, you can see I never in long term I never bet this kind of money for value. Number one, because even it's a good horse with a good track record with a 2.4 odds, but the punter seems not interested on it. So I will skip it too. In the long run, I will make a good return. So you can see it's another example. So you have two functions learned and make use of it. Is the co-odds, which means the odds is higher but with a higher bar. And the second function, you can skip or at least don't use it as a banker for the odds below 4, but with a low money for value. Is the example. So, and I can tell you some more in detail. This chart is the win, Colina pace, and the double from former race to the latter race. That means race 10. The percentage change, which means the cut-off time to start. So the percentage change will list on it. So you can see the number will keep dynamically change because the HKJC betting pool will change, especially when the race about to start. Also, let me see. It's all the example about the hot favor, which is with a lower value. So the third function is the strong and the punter they bet for the hot favor, which is you will see the chart I explained it before. So like this, you can see the horse number 13. It is very strong with the odds 2.8 with a higher money flow. It is what I always bet and use it to bet the Colina with it. It is a highly different from the one I mentioned like this. It is also a hot favor, but you see, The punter, they don't bet. They don't bet, I skip. They bet, I follow. Hope hope you understand what I'm talking about. And it is what I want to explain in this YouTube, in this session. You better download, maybe print it, print the PDF file down, and try to read and understand the example. Okay, uh, that's all. Thank you. I'm Howard. Bye bye.